You had mentioned in June that the emphasis of the world no longer seems to be purely "is the economy stupid," as the concept of security increasingly takes center stage. How is this trend manifested around the world, and what does this mean for global trade and globalization?
In previous decades, at least three of them more than that, all of us, both citizens of Poland or European Union, and also in mainland China, we were, like it or not, under the one slogan, economy stupid. Some people say in China that even it was Beijing Chui, but this is another story about corruption and others. This is another dimension. But we were under the dominion of market forces, open markets, globalization forces. After recent our experience, mostly the COVID and recently Ukrainian crisis, we have a new situation. The demand and the challenge is growing. We are already under another slogan, security stupid, both in European Union and in China. In China, when I see your documents, you have probably 20 or more securities to fight for. So you have food security, water security, energy security, space security, cyber security, and so on and so forth. In this respect, we are living once again, both in China and the European Union, in Shinsutai, in new era, because we have security as the most demanding issue on our daily agenda. On the one hand, this is a tremendous challenge. It is a problem. It is a hardship in our bilateral relationship of Poland and China, for instance. On the other hand, this is a chance for us to start to talk seriously, to start in depth debates what we can do together concerning climate, environmental issues, for instance, because environment and climate doesn't recognize borderlines between the countries, between the states. We need to do something together. In 1999, policy defined a new term, cooperative security, that we have so-called global challenges, challenges for the whole humankind. Doesn't matter if you are Chinese, American, or European. Mr. Kerry is coming to Beijing to town. We need to send special representatives of the European Union because climate is definitely the issue we can fight together. Environmental issues are also very important. Central and Eastern Europe cooperation, as we know, it was inaugurated by the former Prime Minister Wen Jiabao in 2012 here in Poland, in Warsaw. I was personally attending his speech. At that time, we were in different time because it was expectation of the new engagement, new involvement, new investment, new opportunities. Everything was new. And China was also a new partner for all of us. However, already in 2014, the situation has changed and we have more and more discrepancies because we have differentiation between the 16 or 17. On the one hand, you have those countries which are following the footsteps of the previous era, namely Hungary, Serbia, Greece, which are open for further economic cooperation with China. On the other hand, especially three small Baltic states, but followed by, for instance, Poland and Romania, we are more and more close allies of the United States of America because of the security reasons. We have a real war on our immediate neighborhood here in Poland, and we have a war mentality, black and white scenarios. Here we have Cold War approach. And from this perspective, I do not see any convergences forces inside of Central Europe. I see a lot of divergent forces which are splitting us, dividing us, and for this reason, definitely I am the person who is strongly waiting for the third summit meeting of Belt and Road Initiative, because I'm expecting personally that China will combine your recent three big initiatives, Global Development Initiative, Security Initiative, and Civilization Initiative, and maybe as a merger, as a fusion, something new will emerge, and maybe you will have a new proposal.
One challenge that the BRI faces, as you noted, is that a number of Chinese firms prefer to take over existing firms, while Poland and other countries would much rather China make brand new investments. What do you think both sides can do to change the mindset or the method of investments?
We have 10 years experience of our mutual bilateral cooperation. Our investors, doesn't matter which part of our region, are more interested in so-called greenfield investments, starting the investment from the very beginning, instead of fusion and mergers, which was for at least for some time a preferable solution by the Chinese side. So we have a different approach, and definitely here in Poland, but also in our region, we are rather expecting some new investment. You propose something right now in Hungary, for instance, this electric car batteries factory, which is a huge investment. But definitely we need to be open for the new proposals. And when you propose something, even the new investment, we need to include two new dimensions into our cooperation. Why? One is climate change expectations and issues, because this is a real story and growing and demanding. This is the case of Hungary right now already with this new investment. And we are expecting something from the clean energy sector to be a part of the solution. Maybe another dimension, taking into account our harsh memories from the COVID pandemic, some health initiatives in the health sector is also definitely kindly welcome from the Chinese side. So we need to search for the new agenda of our cooperation. And here, definitely, there will be some different approaches from the countries in our region. However, Poland is crucial because we are between Russia and Germany, and definitely what Germany will do with in a bilateral relationship with China is also very important for us. So German example, and of course, most of the 16+1 Central and Eastern European partners of China are the members of the European Union. So also their requirements, especially ecological, environmental, and climate requirements of the European Union need to be taken into account as well. So we are expecting something new greenfield proposals, but we are open here in Poland also for continuation. We have this from Sichuan, from Chengdu, going trains connection, and it is going through Poland, going to Germany and Western Europe. Here we are also open, and we are ready for modernization of this sector.
Let's talk about EU's approach towards China. It seems to me that EU has contradictory approaches dealing with China, de-risking and positioning China as a systematic rival on one hand, promoting trade and economic cooperation on the other. Can these two approaches coexist? Will Europe have a coherent strategy at the end of the day?
I mentioned already this Ursula von der Leyen's speech on March 30 this year. Here again, you have no unified European Union. You have different countries, you have different political parties, you have different opinions, you have different, and you will have different attitudes. To my mind, what is crucial for China and also for our bilateral relationship is the final answer of Germany and France, what to do currently with relationship with China. As you know, Mr. Macron is strongly supporting it, which was a reason for big debate here in Poland and in Europe. Germany prepared the first, to put it mildly, strategy towards China, because for me it will be a kind of a compass, strategic direction, what to do next. I'm deeply convinced during the recent events, especially on the Ukrainian territory, both Germany, but also France, lost Russia as a market. Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 are not existing anymore. And for this only reason, both Germany and France, and partially even Italy or Spain, they cannot just manage to lose strong trade and business relationship with China. When the Russian market is lost, Chinese market cannot be lost. So I am quite optimistic here in this respect. I am expecting some kind of engagement, but conditional, partial. As you know, some people say that China is our systemic rival. We are democratic countries. One person will say China is a partner, China is a solution, China is a competitor, China is a challenge. For some, even China is a threat. And we have different opinions here.